So then, just like another aspect of that is that, like, I feel like, do y'all feel like it's a reason why? Like, I think now, let's say not just nowadays, just in general, like people are like afraid to grow, or like is it any kind of aspect like people try to like maintain things that aren't growing inside the right direction?
Growth is uncomfortable. Growth causes you to go into rooms, into places that you feel like you have no business being in. But when God placed you somewhere, he placed you there for a reason. So I think that you have to teach yourself to be uncomfortable. You have to sit in the uncomfortableness in order to grow. But a lot of people aren't willing to do that. They aren't willing to go dead broke. They aren't willing to go into a room full of people that don't look nothing like them. Like, they want to be they want to be where they're comfortable at. They don't want to be uncomfortable.
Exactly. But sometimes you gotta be uncomfortable. Like,
you have to.
Sometimes you gotta be uncomfortable to see what all you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you don't want to, you still gotta put yourself out there to be uncomfortable. That's what's gonna make you. Because being in the same spot all your life, you don't want to do that. Like, the meaning of life is to keep growing and find your purpose, not to just sit in one spot and be stuck there. Whether it's with anything, it don't even have to nothing to do with relationships, just you as a person. Like, because mentally, you could be battling something in your mind and you're stuck there. Right. Not physically, but mentally. So, like, it just depends. Like, it depends on what you trying to do for yourself. You're going to keep going through it, keep going through it, keep going through it. Then one day you're going to be like, okay, I just don't want to go through it no more. So now let me change. And then eventually the change will become a habit, and then you good. Then now you ready for the next journey. Like, it's not good to stay in one place. Like, people who even you think haven't grown and stayed in one place, eventually one day going to grow in some type of aspect. They're going to wake up.
Yeah. So, just to piggyback on, because, like, y'all are giving a lot of good and interesting points today, and, like, you know, I'm just really am loving it.
I feel like I'm all over the place.
Nah, like, you know. But, just another aspect of that, like, for, like, the people who, quote unquote, peaked in high school, right? Do you think it's because like that was like the best time of their lives, or like because I think like
you got a point.
It really depends, because like I feel like you go from high school to college, or like the people who don't go from high school to college like, is it like they peak because that was the best time of their lives, or is it more like that was like the only time they were doing something productive, or like what makes them like quote like peak, if that makes sense?
I would say that what makes someone peak in high school, I feel like that just depends on what you think.
I'm sorry.
You okay? It's like that just depends on what was a priority in your life. So how do I want to say this? So if you wake up every day and it just depends on what's most important to you. If what was most important to you was waking up every day, being the most liked person in the room, being the most well-dressed person in the room, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, you had no real responsibilities. Those are the type of people, in my personal experience, that peaked in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that was important to them was being popular and dressing good. They peaked in high school, and then when they got into the real world, it's like, guess what? Those are the people that we see, like I said earlier. They be dripped out in designer in the club every day, but they still live with their parents, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, you got on $1,800 shoes. Why you still live with your mama? Anyways, like, those are the type of people I feel like I would say peaked in high school, and now they're doing the same thing that they did in high school. It's just they're doing it in the real world. You just want to be well known in the city, and you want to be well dressed. That's it. You don't have any other priorities in life.
And none of that is making you no money.
Exactly. Like, it's not making you no money. It's not like you making money off of being well known. You making money off of being well dressed. No, you just doing this shit just so people can look at you and be like, oh yeah, he be dripped out. Oh yeah, she be fly as fuck. Like, that's the only reason you're doing that. That just goes to show you a person peaked in high school, and that's what was most important to them. Their mindset never changed. It never became, oh, I want to start a career, or oh, I want to start a family, or, you know, like, oh, I just want to, you know, like, do my own thing until I could really, like, you know, find myself. Because you ain't finding yourself in the club every day. Are you with your fucking mama? Like, you are not finding yourself in the club every day getting drunk every fucking Thursday at fucking Live Bar. Like, that's not game. That's not
do
very
people really be going Live Bar, or do they
I know I follow people that go to Live Bar every Thursday, and they ain't the promoters.
Girl, fuck that every day.
And they ain't the promoters. Why are you in the people club? Go home.
I really didn't know people was like really like going to live bar. I really thought it was like a joke, like like we finna go to live bar because like
But
I hear that shit is like a 3x3. Like y'all are all like
small.
yeah.
I've never been in there. Won't catch me no damn live bar.